I have a special guest today joining me on Primetime Local News. Jake Vaadeland is here from Cutknife, Saskatchewan, which is only about an hour or so from here in Lloydminster, for those who are not aware. And Jake, let's talk about the Juno Award first. Thank you for joining me, and congratulations on your big Juno win.
Well, thank you very much. Thanks for having me. Happy to be here, of course. Very excited about the Juno win, yeah.
What was that like when they called your name? Is it something that seems a little bit surreal still?
Well, I guess, of course, everybody hopes to hear their own name. So, sitting there in anticipation, but I also have a tough time with competition and wanting to beat other people. So I try at that moment and leading up to that moment to not think about it and to try and think about something else. So when we were waiting, I was actually looking at the food on my table, thinking about how after this I can eat it because I didn't have an appetite up until because I was so nervous about it. So I was looking forward to eating that and trying to think about that. And then I heard my name. And for about 1 second, I got excited, but that shut off right away, and I went straight into entertainment mode and made sure that I got up to the stage in time. People around my table stood up to give me hugs and shake my hand, people on our team, and I didn't notice it because they all laughed at me afterwards that I ran away on them so fast. Because immediately I tried to get up to that stage before there was any dead air, before the clapping stopped and before the music stopped, get a quick, tight speech in, and then get off before they turn my music up too loud on me. So I was excited, but I am an entertainer at heart, and that became the job at that point. So.
Well, and now, Jake, you and the Sturgeon River Boys up in another contest with Sirius XM. And this is amazing, a chance for you to win $25,000. And this is a national contest. So it's called the Top of the Country contest. And we have until the 8th to vote for you. Voting is super easy. Don't even have to create an account, just log in and click. So tell me a little bit about how did you get nominated for this contest, and how people can learn more about how to get involved and vote.
Yeah, well, I don't know how the heck we got involved in it. I was over in Europe. We were touring, and I got there, and we were touring there all through Spain, the Netherlands, going to England. There was some time off in between, and I had planned to stay there because I didn't want to fly back and fly again. So I was bragging about how happy I was. My manager said to me, "Are you sure you don't want to fly back?" And I said, "Yeah." He said, "Well, I got an offer for you." I said, "Whatever it is, I don't want to do it." He told me that it was this top of country thing, and after thinking about it for a while, I realized, Sirius XM has been good to us, and I want to work on our relation, build a good relationship with them. And they flew us over to Toronto to record a song. They flew us back the next day to go back to our tour across the ocean. But we were in a wonderful studio with the best film crew and recording crew I've ever worked with. Wonderful studio. They covered all of our expenses. Just absolutely wonderful to us. And we recorded our new song for it, my new song, "Everybody Loves My Little Darling." And now you can vote. We're alongside other wonderful artists like Nolene Hoffman, of course, my good friend of mine. We worked a lot of crowds with her. And you can vote. It started on April 1st. You can vote every day, once per device, up until April 8th. And of course, we'd really appreciate help and support from those who like our music to vote for us, of course, up until April 8th. If we do happen to be able to make it into the top three or win, it'll really help us extend our reach and get out to more listeners and fans that would really like to hear our show where we haven't been able to play yet. But at the end of the day, like I say, I hate competition, so I don't really, I never wanted to run faster than my friends in track and field at school. So it's the same thing with people like Nolene Hoffman, of course. I want her to win just as badly as I'd like myself to have that opportunity. So at the end of the day, just very happy to have a new song out for people to listen to. Very happy with the relationship with Sirius XM, and I'm so happy to be working alongside with these wonderful entertainers in the business.
Now, Jake, the style of music, and we talked about your new song, "Everybody Loves My Little Darling." It's that traditional country roots. How did you decide that that was the music you were going to sing? Especially, for a young guy, a lot of people would gravitate maybe towards more pop or rock. But why is it that you like this style?
That might actually be one of the reasons why other young people gravitating towards that. I've always I dress like this. I've always sort of done the opposite of what other people my age are doing. My home, you get a little bit of a taste of what it's like, and the house is all decorated in vintage stuff. All the desk that I'm calling you from is over 100 years old, for example, and most people my age they wear Nike and get all their furniture from IKEA. So I didn't want to do it that way. And they all like to play the other music. And so I decided to play this. I think that's a big reason. I like to do the opposite. The other reason is grew up in an area where it was a popular kind of music. And I always did enjoy it a lot. We got into jam sessions on the farm and stuff like that. Started working with a neighbor boy that lived just down the road. I'd worked the cattle on the cattle farm with my family, and then he'd worked on a sawmill with his dad. And at the end of the day, we'd pick up my grandpa's reel-to-reel tape machine. We'd go to the local church building, and we'd record some songs in there on that tape, and thought we were so cool, you know. And that sort of just built up this passion for it. And I decided to try and become a professional entertainer and take it on the road, make my living doing it, and we've been able to do it, and so very happy about it.
Well, Jake, it's been a pleasure speaking with you today. I know you've got more of the tour coming up here. And once again, the Sirius XM contest, we encourage everybody to vote for you. Love your music, just love your stage presence. Everything about you is just fantastic. So hopefully we can catch you back. I know you've performed in Lloydminster, but we hope to see you again at some point. And good luck with, like I said, the contest and the tour and everything else, and hope we can chat again sometime.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.